Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gigg Lane, Bury, the home of Swinton Rugby League Football Club and Bury Football Club for the final of the Emerging Nations section of the Halifax Centenary World Cup. And what a game it promises to be in prospect. Ireland, unbeaten in Group B, take on the Cook Islands, unbeaten in Group A. And the Cook Islands game last week against Scotland was a decider to see who would go through in that group, and the Cook Islands winning with flying colours, a tremendous advert for the code of Rugby League. So the Irish team are on the field with the Irish Wolfhound, and here come the Cook Islands led by Greg McCallum of all people, and also with the flag of the Cook Islands nation. Well, I've got Danny Rubin up here with me. Danny, a great game in prospect tonight.
Oh, tremendous game in prospect tonight. As you say, Cook Islands winners of Group A and Ireland winners of Group B, but it's going to be interesting to see how the torrential rain is going to affect the game. You know, will the Cook Islands be able to play with the heavy downpour that we've had?
Listen, it's a tremendous tribute to the Rugby League to have this Emerging Nations competition. Who would ever have thought that we'd have been watching the Cook Islands versus Ireland in a major final at Bury?
Tremendous, isn't it? It's a superb setup here at Bury. Tremendous little ground. Hopefully a great crowd tonight, and it's going to be an interesting battle. Some great players on both sides. Looking at Ireland, some experience in the Stonesborough Championship. Richard Smith with Halifax. Obviously Martin Crompton from Oldham, Leo Casey from Featherstone Rovers, Seamus McKellen, he's had experience in the big league, the current Leeds physio, and obviously just looking at the team, it's going to be interesting. Des Foy, who toured in the 1984 tour to Kangaroo, to the Australia, and looking at the Cook Islands, some excellent players there. Ali Davis is the man to watch, and Bobby Hunter.
Yes, Bobby Hunter, a tremendous strong running forward, and just at the moment the teams are being presented to the dignitaries. Mr. Kevin Brash of the Australian Rugby Football League is being introduced, and I can see there Kath Etherington, the president of the Rugby Football League. So before we go any further, I'll run through the teams for you. For the Cook Islands then, Terry Torres at fullback, the wings are Sonny Shepherd and Nieri Tariu, the centres Andrew Paitai and Alan Tawara, the halves Craig Bowen and Ali Davis, Bobby Hunter, James Cuthers and Jason Timo with the front row, Tama Henry, Alex Komori and Meti Nuveo, who is the goal kicker. They make up the pack, and the substitutes are Tangi Matua, Lloyd Matopo, Lee Fujak and Tungari Tini. And for Ireland, well, Gavin Gordon is at full-back. The wings, Felin Comerford, Eugene McIntaggart, Richard Smith and Ricky Smith form the centre pair, and Richard Smith is of course a Halifax player. Craig McKellarton and Martin Crompton of the halves, Brian Smith, Seamus McCalley and Leo Casey. The front row, Gary Graney, Tony Nuttall and Paul Owens, the captain at number 13. Eric Doyle is substitute with Conor O'Sullivan. Number 16 is the experienced Des Foy, and 17 is Sean Clary. And the referee for this evening is Mr. Dennis Hale of New Zealand. So we'll await the national anthems, and if this goes according to plan, how the other games have gone in the group, then both sides will sing their own national anthems. And I don't quite know what the Irish national anthem is, Danny, and with a name like Daniel Stewart Duffy, that's a real disgrace, I think.
Danny Boy?
Yes, well, I wonder if it is Danny Boy, actually. I'm not sure, as I say, what the Irish national anthem is. However, the Cook Islands certainly know theirs, and then we'll see the famous Cook Islands haka, which is, as I said before on the videos, quite the most ferocious that I have seen. So I think we're going to line up now for the national anthems. And Cook Islands on the left in the green and gold shirts, Australian style, and the Irish, of course, in the white shirts with the green flashes and the green shorts. And of course the big Irish Wolfhound there, who's obviously the mascot for Ireland. So torrential rain here at Swinton in the last hour has washed all the markings off the pitch, and the Swinton's ground staff having to work very hard to get the markings back into some recognisable state. This, I feel, will affect the Cook Islands, who like to handle the ball. This will be the first rain they've encountered. So we'll just listen to the national anthems before we get the games underway.
The Cook Islands will perform their own national anthem, and they're doing facsimiles themselves, so please do be silent while the Cook Islands sing their own national anthem now.
Cook Islands singing their own national anthem. And now it's the turn of the Irish.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Irish national anthem.
Round of applause then for the Irish, who also sing their national anthem. And, no doubt the captains will be coming together shortly for the final of the Halifax Emerging Nations section of the World Cup. You can see Richard Smith already there from the Halifax club. He's really fired up and ready to go. And a very wet night in prospect. And I think, as I said earlier before the national anthems, that will affect the Cook Islanders. They like to throw the ball about, some superb handling skills. And Ireland, with the likes of Leo Casey and Seamus McCallion in the forwards, they'll want to play an organised sort of defensive game.
The Cook Islands, number 1, Terry Tuck. Number 2, Sonny Shepherd. Number 3, Andrew Hay. Number 4, Alan Tuara. Number 5, Miriam Tario. At number 6, Craig Byrne. Number 7, Ali Davis. At 8, Bob Potter. James Coolers. 10, Jeff Timu. 11, Alex Kermode. 12, Tom Henry.
So the
13, Matthew
number 6, Craig Bowen, who's the captain.
14, Sandy Ventura. 15, Walter Tarpo. 16, Bethel Jack. And 17, Tungani Tinney. Irish side, number 1, Gary Corbin. Number 2, Phelan Corford. Number 3, Richard. Number 4, Ricky Smith. Number 5, Eugene McIntyre.
It's competing with the PA announcer here at Swinton this evening. The Cook Islands are lined up there to perform the haka.
Number 10, Leo Dixon. Number 11, Gary Graney. Number 12, Tony Nuttall. And number 13, Paul Bates. Substitutes for Ireland, number 14, Eric Doyle.
And now the famous Cook Islands haka.
16, that's 14, Sean Cleary.
Quite brilliant. What a sight to see on a rugby field in England, the Cook Islands with their own particular brand of the haka. So Dennis Sale.
I think the intriguing battle is going to be between Martin Crompton and Ali Davis, two tremendous halfbacks. That's where all the play is going to work from, so watch out for those two tonight.
Yes, since Lee are reputedly interested in Ali Davis. And of course, Martin Crompton is the scrum half for the Oldham Rugby League club, so he's not too far from home. So running out there by Jason Timu, the Oldham forward. And here comes big Bobby Hunter, and watch for him this evening. He likes to run hard and fast up the middle of the field. Full back in the line, which is Tiditoa. can't make progress, and I have a feeling that the rain is certainly going to affect the Cook Islanders. Sonny Shepherd then takes the ball, driving from acting half-back, taking play almost up to halfway. And Ireland will miss, the Cook Islands will miss Denver Johnson, former London Broncos half-back tonight. He's not playing. He's been playing hooker in this series and won the Man of the Match award last Friday night against Scotland. So Ireland bringing the ball back in with their winger, Felin Comerford. So some good driving forward there by the Irish. Number 4, Ricky Smith. Leo Casey rocked back there in a solid tackle from Bobby Hunter, Jason Timu, should I say. So up to the last tackle. That's a penalty, flopping there, number 13, Mitty Nouvelle. A quick tap penalty there by Martin Compton, who takes himself forward. The first penalty going to Ireland. And Gary Graney. So the Cook Islands in danger of testing Mr. Hale's patience again there. Martin Compton, good organiser. He could be the difference between the two sides. Craig McCallerton. The Irish side, a mixture of students and ex-Gaelic footballers and professionals. But the Cook Islands Rugby League is a religion over there. Quick break there, trying to get the winger away. That's the 6th tackle. Danny, opening exchange is pretty 50-50.
That's right, but looking at the Cook Islands moving up very quickly on the fringes of the ruck, and it's working well. They're cutting out Ireland's options there.
Jason Timu. This is his first appearance in the competition. And Bobby Hunter now running out wide there and just plowing his way through, and gets a lovely ball away, and the Cook Islands running with Ali Davies, who puts the kick in. That's going to be a chase. I think the Irish Felin Comerford will be able to take that ball over the dead ball line. He does. But that was good play there, Danny, and Bobby Hunter, tremendous running there and offloading in the tackle.
Superb, and great backing up, and a great chase with the kick there, and they were unlucky, but they've got the ball now and they can build on this. A great platform now, set of 6 tackles, and who knows, it could be his first score of the night.
So Ireland will drop out with Martin Compton. The rain absolutely styling down at the moment here at Bury. And that's a great drop out by Martin Compton. That's gone all of the 70 metres. It's going to be picked up by Ngeri Tadiu. Ali Davis looks for the run around. And the Cooks have got a great midfield triangle with Ali Davis, Craig Bowen and Meti Nouveo, a loose forward, and they work well together when the Cook Islands are in a strong position. High tie, the centre just wrapped up there, but Ali Davis running across, looks to drop off there. Good ball for Tammy Henry. Up to the last tackle, just outside the Irish 20 metres. That kick's gone through. It's picked up by Felin Comerford. And really, I think the Cook Islands didn't make the most of that set of 6.
No, they didn't, and well played Ireland. They've contained them now, and let's hope they can build on this.
So Ireland look to bring the ball away. Seamus McCallion, very experienced number 9, has Challenge Cup and Championship medals with Halifax. As Danny said, he's now the Leeds physiotherapist. Twisting, turning in the tackle was Tony Nuttall, but he couldn't get the ball away. Looking to come now. That's the captain, Tony Paul Owens. He's the former Gaelic footballer, never played any form of rugby before he took to Rugby League. And making a very good job of the switch from the Gaelic football. But that was a great kick from Martin Compton. Again, saving the forwards a lot of work. And it's the Cook Islanders on the attack, but in their own 20 metres. They'll have head and ball at the scrum. And the first scrum of the evening then. Listen, the rain now coming down even heavier than before. And a good crowd in the main stand here at Swinton, and a good crowd in the stand below our commentary position. So Davis feeds a scrum. And, just bringing back again Davis, taking the drive himself. The full back in the line was Tiddy Toa. Timo, he's lost the ball in the tackle and gets it back there, so the first knock on will be the one that is counted there, and I think the greasy ball is going to cause all sorts of problems tonight, Dan.
That's right, you've got to play basic football tonight, take the ball up for the probably 5 tackles, and like Martin Crompton did, a long kick downfield and look for touch. It was a superb kick, and now Ireland have got a chance to build on an attack here, and who knows from here.
So Ireland win their first heel of the evening. Not a good pass, but picked up by Gavin Gordon and taken up towards the halfway line. Ireland losing quite a few metres in that tackle. Ricky Smith is centre field, and the ball moving out now. Oh, and a great break there from Brian Smith. Oh, and just a poor pass spoiled that, but a good break there from the big prop.
Yeah, tremendous break there, and there was a chance there, but the wingman Eugene McIntaggart dropped the ball, but now it's the chance for Cook Islands to work from the scrum base.
So the Cook Islands used to be there setting the ball in as many minutes, and they'll be hoping that to make better progress than with the first one when Jason Timu lost the ball through the front window. So Ali Davis to feed and out, and bringing in there Terrio, the winger. In fact, that's Sonny Shepherd, and the Cook Islands using Shepherd on this side of the field, number 2. Muveo. That's good defence from Ireland. Bobby Hunter again, and running out there wide off the fringes of the ruck. He's absolutely devastating at pace. Timo, drop off ball, inside ball up the middle of the field. Timo looks to support, gets the ball away there to James Cuthers, hat-trick hero of the game at Featherstone on Monday evening. Ali Davis again, takes men on. Good tackle coming in from Paul Owens, the Irish captain there, bringing him down. We're up to the last tackle now. Vale gives the ball along the line to Craig Bowen, and that's good. The Cook Islands running the ball. And Martin Crompton, ever alert there, showing his professionalism and knocking that ball down and diving on the loose ball. So Ireland with McKellarton, with McIntaggart, should I say, can bring the ball away. Tony Nuttall. Good running there, outside wide, switching play onto the blind side. Gary Graney comes storming onto the ball. Now it's Martin Crompton, he puts up the bomb and will chase it himself. Knocks it back, and a chance here for Ireland to get the first try of the evening. In for the try on the corner as the referee awarded the try. Dennis Hale stood in a prime position, he awards a try, and it's going to be Fallon Comerford to put the Irish in the lead. Well, I think in these conditions Martin Compton did exactly the right thing there, allowing the ball to bounce.
A superb kick there, great bomb in the air, and as you say, allowed the ball to bounce, and the ball was passed on by Martin Crompton, and the young wingman Comerford managed to get in at the corner. A tremendous effort for Ireland and a great start for them.
So Ali Davis will get the game restarted, trailing 4 points to nil the Cooks. They also trailed in the game against Scotland, came strong at the end of the game. The fitness seems to tell on these sides, and the problem for most of these home-based sides like Scotland and Ireland is the amount of students that's in the game. They're obviously not up to the fitness of the Cook Islands, who play regular week in, week out rugby league. A good defence there from the Cooks. Oh, good running there from Gavin Gordon, and a flying tackle coming in from number 12, Tama Henry. Richard Smith. Leo Casey in a big Featherstone prop driving forward, and that's going to be the situation for Ireland this evening. They'll certainly use the experience of Leo Casey, Seamus McCallion. And again, a bomb comes and bounces on the point of the ball, back inside, and a good take in the end there from the Cook Islands. I think it's the full-back Tiritoa over there. So the Cooks will look now to use the big men to batter their way up the middle of the field. And which they promptly don't do, and use Andrew Paitai the centre. So one or two forwards just shirking the job. Bobby Hunter comes on the burst. Timo again. Up to the last tackle, so Ireland have done well to restrict the Cooks to this distance, and a good kick comes in there from Ali Davis. Going for the corner. Picked up by Gavin Gordon, 17-year-old schoolboy from Ireland. Been told if he played in this game he'll be banned from rugby union. That's how ludicrous things are in the Emerald Isle.
Bradford Bulls, I've been told, are interested in him as well. A great prospect for the future of the game.
Yes, find of the tournament, I've been told. So good to see, because I'm sure the Irish will love the rugby league when eventually they get to see someone playing there. Well, that's good tackling there from Bobby Hunter. Crompton again, he's the organiser. Pass goes to ground. It's picked up by Richard Smith. Up to the last tackle now, and again, this time it's the Cooks' turn to restrict Ireland to only 15 metres or so of progress. And the kick downfield this time is not a good one, and straight into the arms of Tariu, the winger, who brings it back up towards halfway. Cuthers at hooker. Sets Tiritoa, the full-back, in full flight. Pick play the ball there. In fact, referee could have penalised to there. Oh, and great break from Ali Davis. Take him in on. Oh, and a good tackle coming in from Gordon. Superb break from Ali Davis. He's certainly an half-back with all the skills. Bowen then, his half-back partner and the captain, switching, stepping, looking to go himself. That's offside, so penalty there goes to the Irish, to the Cook Islanders. It's their first inning. Good break there from Ali Davis.
Tremendous break up the middle of the field. He's now set up an ideal platform for the Cook Islands, and let's see what they can do from here.
Well, they'll start by sending Jason Timo flying towards the line. L just a metre or so short. And Ireland again, Cooks again will use the big Bobby Hunter. Gets the ball away in the tackle, slipping a good ball out there to Alex Commoddy. Right underneath the Irish post now. Cuthers out to Davis. Davis looking to bring Tiritoa in. And Tiritoa in the line. Well tackled there by the Irish, using the short side. Then they'll pull the ball back. Ali Davis it is who stretches for the line. He's held just short. He puts the kick over. And a dropout ensues. A good play there from Ali Davis. Almost getting the touchdown in the far corner.
Yeah, he's involved in every move at first receive. And there yet again, he tapped the ball to himself and he came very close to the touchdown. But again, drop out here for Ireland. And again, 6 more tackles maybe for the Cook Islands to work on.
Yes, Ireland, certainly the cover defence has been excellent this evening. And it is a credit to both sides that they can put on a game as entertaining as this in such atrocious conditions. This has spoilt the World Cup tournament because it's the first rain we've had any of the games. Bobby Hunter, and he's lost the ball. That was a great tackle coming in there. It's left an Irishman on the floor, but what a tremendous tackle. Ricky Smith then with the scrum kick on. He's brought down by right wing pairing, Shepherd and Paitai. Running onto the ball, he's losing the ball in the tackle. The referee not allowing the advantage, says that that's a knock on. But a great tackle there from the Irish on Bobby Hunter, causing him to spin the ball.
That's right, a tremendous tackle now, and that's what Ireland have got to do. Got to get up quick and nullify the Cook Islands attack. It's a scrum down in the middle of the field now. Ali Davis feeds the scrum.
Nuveo then picks the ball up from loose forward. Sonny Shepherd then will try to go for matching half-back. Nothing on there. Irish defence around the ruck area. Pretty solid this evening. Commodity then. Noveo. And looking to twist and turn in the tackle. Right in front of the Irish post on the 20-metre line. The ball whipped out left to Bowen. Looks to drop off inside. Oh, good running there from the centre and good support play from Cuthers. Tuara was a centre, Cuthers the hooker in support. Up to the last tackle now. Ali Davis with the ball in his hands. Decides to run it. That's gone forward. And the referee will allow play to continue because Ireland have possession. 6 more tackles, says the referee. That ball was kicked through there by Bobby Hunter. Oh, and good defence coming in from Tammy Henry and Jason Timu on the Irish try scorer Comerford. And some big defence coming in here from the Cooks, keeping Ireland penned back in this quarter. Oh, now that's the mistake that the Cooks were waiting for. Commodity with the ball, and now chance for the Cooks to put some pressure on the Irish defence. Ali Davis looks for Bowen. Bowen looks to go himself, dancing, skipping through, but he's brought down in a good double tackle by Ireland. Davis again, first receiver, run round this time with number 4, Alan Tuara, and up now at 5 metres short. Cooks come to the open side with Ali Davis. Off ball there was for Noveo. Noveo out to Sonny Shepherd. Shepherd, can he go through the man? He tries to go through. Good defence. And really, the referee could have penalised Ireland at this situation. The Irish number 5 was offside, but the referees decided to give a knock on. So good defence there from the Cook Islands, kept Ireland in that quarter and then waited for the mistake.
Yeah, tremendous cover defence from the Irish as well. Tremendous scrambling. And let's just see what they can do. They knocked on there, did the Cook Isles, so Ireland have got a chance now to build from the scrum.
Yes, and move the ball away from their own line. Tries to bring Brian Smith, the big number 8, on the burst, but no pace there. Oh, that's good running there from number 12, Tony Nuttall. Took Jason Timu, left him, stood him up. Leo Casey. Well, he plays week in, week out with Featherstone, but he'll certainly know he's been in a game this evening. Compton. Oh, good ball from Compton. And number 13, Novea, coming up there for the interception. And left a huge gap, and Martin Compton shrewd a customer to be old man like that. The ball will go dead, too far. So tap on the 20 metres. Bobby Hunter will drive the ball out for the Cooks. 25 minutes gone. And it's the Ireland 4, the Cook Islands 0 in the final of the Emerging Nations section of the Halifax Centenary World Cup. And what a game we've got on our hands this evening, despite atrocious conditions. It's good running from Noveo there. Ali Davis again now, looks to put the ball out wide. Oh, great play. Good running there from Andrew Paitai. Takes a man on the outside. Still manages to stay in touch, just rolled away from the touchline side. But a great break there, and the Cook Islands showing what they can do. The ball moving across now with Bowen. Out to Noveo. Noveo puts the kick in. That's come back. Will it be 6 more tackles? And Cook Islands might not need the 6 more tackles there. Close to the line on the last tackle now. Spinning the ball out to that side. The kick comes in there from number 30. And that ball, it could have been an obstruction there. The referee, Dennis Hale, says that ball went dead. And so Ireland will have the luxury of a tap. Great break there from Andrew Paitai up the near side touchline here.
But again, orchestrated from Ali Davis, the scrum half at first receiver. Tremendous defence splitting ball and a great break there from Paitai.
Good run from Paul Owens, the Irish captain, bringing Nuttall into the game, and Nuttall running out wide on the fringe of the ruck at both sides of the field has looked increasingly more productive than the second rowers of the Cooks. Crompton. Oh, great ball. Oh, tremendous ball there for Gavin Gordon. Taking him on, still going. And a good tackle over on the far side. Crompton smack there as he passed that ball. Ball goes back inside. Crompton kicks it forward from his position on the floor, and it's picked up by Tiritoa, the full back. Well, that's I think Kamori has lost the ball. It's a penalty. And so Betty Nouvet will kick up towards our commentary position. Finds touch, and I think distance not the thing tonight, just make sure it gets into touch. Sonny Shepherd comes in off the wing. And it's Jason Timo, and that was a good strong run there, but what a great tackle coming in from the Irish. Ali Davis. Bowen now looks to take men on, looks to break the gap. That was a high tackle right across the face, and the referee really had no option there but to penalise Ireland.
Yeah, high tackle there coming in from Tony Nuttall.
Sunoveo again will kick, and the Cooks have worked their way up the field, aided by the two penalties, and are in a position now to put some pressure on with Sonny Shepherd. Shepherd just dragged to the floor. Cuthers in at acting half, quickly finds Jason Timo. Timo straight through the first tackle there of number 11, Gary Graney. Oh, bringing Bobby Hunter, charging forward for the line. Stands in the tackle, great defence from Ireland. And if the Cooks can switch the play here, there could be something on for them. There could be something on anyway. That's a try. I think it's number 11. Alex Kamori, who's got the try in the first try for the Cook Islands. And really, Ireland only themselves to blame there, Danny. Two penalties brought the Cook Islands upfield within striking distance. A good chase, essential to keep the Cooks penned down in their own quarter. Good running out there from the big number 8, Bobby Hunter, up over the 20 metres. Now it's Jason Timo, and Ireland are going to find themselves absolutely fed up of tackling the likes of Hunter and Timo. Noveo now, switching, stepping, trying to go himself. Looked to bring men in support, but there was no one in exactly the right position. Ali Davis again, switching play to the blind side, back inside. Great ball there. Cuthers finds Novea. Novea stood again in the tackle, looking to offload. That's a penalty the other way for crawling along the floor and gaining ground, and I think the Cook Islander thought that he had got the penalty there. So the penalties at the moment, they're 3-all. The Scums 3-2 to the Cooks. So Ireland quick tap, moving the ball away. Seamus McCallions in at acting half. To find Smith, the big number 8, and a great tackle coming in there from Paitai and Timo. Ricky Smith. Ooh, and a big smash tackle from Bobby Hunter. Some big hits coming in here, Dan, from the Cooks.
Oh, tremendous hit, superb to watch. As Crompton gets the ball wide out and inside there to the halfback Craig Bowen, but he looks like he's knocked on, and the possession's gone over to the Cook Isles.
Great play there from the Cooks. Some tremendous defence, but a lovely ball from Crompton sent McKellarton through the gap, but it was a big hit again from the Cooks. It's knocked the ball from his grasp. Nouveau who's done a lot of driving the ball forward for the loose forward. And Ireland leaning on there, and Dennis Hale's patience tested once too often. And again, Ireland giving away penalties in silly positions for absolutely no reason at all. It's been all that age when the game was different to what it is today, that if you're going to give a penalty away, make sure you hurt somebody. And Ireland have given plenty of penalties away tonight without doing anything like that. And the Irish pipes playing in the... and a bad pass out of the tackle there from, I think, number 5, Tario. And that's given possession back to Ireland. Seamus McCallion goes himself from acting halfback. Smith. That's Brian Smith, the prop forward. 3 Smiths in this Irish team. Not the most Irish of names in Smith. We managed to find 3 of them this evening with the Shamrock connections. Gary Graney up to the last tackle, so Ireland not really come very far in that set of 6, and we rely on Martin Crompton's boot to take them downfield. Oh, good chase there from Comerford, but stepped on the outside. That's good running from number 5, Tariu. Ball loose again. And again, Ireland giving away a penalty, which is going to cost them dear. Instead of having 1 more tackle to face in that position, they've now got 6 more tackles to face with the ball planted firmly in the stand. So good kick there from the Cooks, finds good touch from number 9. Cuthers will take the tap, bringing in again Tariu. Ali Davis, drop off ball for Timu. That's good running, but it's good defence again from Ireland, and Ireland will test his patience again, the referee, if they don't stop this lying on at the play the ball. Tuara, good defence from Ireland. Ali Davis. It's for Bobby Hunter, blasts his way forward again. And it's taking all the skill of Martin Crompton to position himself in the situation to tackle that. Ali Davis, Bowen there. Look for the dummy run around with Ali Davis almost opened the gap. Nuvea will put the bomb up, I think. Oh, it's a high bomb. That's going to be difficult to take in these conditions for either side. As it is, it's Ireland who come up with the ball. With Fallon Comerford. A good set of 6 there from the Cooks, but petering out to nothing in the end.
That's right, and Ireland are showing their own in the defence at the moment. If they can hold out now in these last 5 minutes as the ball comes wide now. The young fullback Gordon. And he's tackled by the halfway line. They're going to be looking to move the ball wide now. As Centre Smith comes in centre field, and he's tackled.
It's a good break there from acting half from Seamus McCallion to set that move in motion. Crompton looks a class player, Martin Crompton. That good defence on Richard Smith there from the Cooks. From Nuveo. Leo Casey sets himself up. That was a forward pass. Dennis Hale's seen it. But better stuff there from Ireland.
Yeah, a lot better. A good set of 6 there. It was unlucky there with the forward pass now, but Ireland have got to hold on, and hopefully, who knows, with 5 minutes to go of this first half, they'll be looking for a score, but looks like it's Cook Island's put in here with Ali Davis to feed.
Cooks then, with Ali Davis, a referee not satisfied that the players are packed down correctly. And they make it just about 5 minutes to go in this pulsating first half here. And the Cooks again moving the ball immediately from the scrum. Out wide to Paitai. And Martin Crompton again is in at the tackle. He's done some defensive stint this evening. Ali Davis again at first receiver. Looks to go himself, spots the gap, straight through there. Look to offload. The man coming back was an Irish player in retreat. But certainly when the Cook Islands get a roll on, they look a very good side. Timu now. Up to the last tackle. So Bowen chips over the flat defence there. Noticed that there was no fullback at home. Is that going to be a knock-on? In fact, that's going to be a try, I think. A try there. There looked to be a knock-on there from the number 2, Danny. How did you see that?
No, I don't think he touched the ball. I think it was a legitimate try. And Sonny Shepherd goes in, and Ireland did not want that just before half-time. It's a real shame for the Irish.
Yes, well, there's Ireland certainly complaining that Sonny Shepherd had knocked on to make the Cook Islands 10, Scotland 4. Sailed between the posts. Great kick there from Nuveo. Cook Islands 10, Ireland 4. So we're into the last 2 or 3 minutes of this first half. So Nuveo in with the conversion, and Ireland a lot to do. So I have a feeling as this game goes on, the Cook Islands will in fact come stronger than Ireland could have done without conceding the try there. It was a clever kick through, kick over, should I say, by Craig Bowen, who then hacked on. The ball bouncing nicely for the winger. But he still had a lot to do when he got the ball. Beat the man inside, Ellie Davis again. Want to get quick play the ball. Got a roll on now, the Cooks. Jason Timu bumps men off. And another one. It takes in the end 3 Irishmen to bring him down. Over on the far touchline side. Back inside now, the ball. Dropping off there, Davis. Looking for runners. Alex Commoddy, it was a try scorer. Bobby Hunter now. And when Bobby Hunter tires and goes off, as he invariably will, the Cook Islands have got in Tungari Tini, a prop forward of the same mould. Oh, well taken there by Gavin Gordon. Oh, and a good tackle coming in as well there. In fact, that's constituted a high tackle, says Dennis Hale. And so Ireland get the penalty. Time up on my clock. Now. And Ireland will look to get the ball at the other end of the field as quickly as possible. And the big number 8, Brian Smith, it is, who drives forward. McCallion in quickly, bringing Ricky Smith in on the act. Martin Crompton now looks to go himself there, just using Richard Smith as a foil, but the Cook's well aware of that. Richard Smith again. Crompton then puts up the high spinning bomb. He's tackled as he caught the ball. McCallion's going to have to clean that up. In fact, that's a complete mess there by Ireland. McCallion left it for the full-back, and the full-back missed it. And the Irish somehow complaining that a Cook Islanders' foot had gone in there, but it certainly hadn't. Timu. Oh, great running there from Paitai, the centre. He's looked dangerous all evening with the ball. Sonny Shepherd, what a tough customer he is for a winger. Certainly gets through plenty of stiff tackles in the middle of the field. Ellie Davis again looks to switch play, brings Bowen back on the inside. Out for Henry. So the Cooks just at the moment camped just outside the 20 metres. Bowen finds Davis, and Davis looks to bring somebody on the inside. It's Jason Timu. Quickly to his feet, plays the ball. Davis again, switching play now. Ireland stretched on this side, can they? A drop out under the post, I think. Drop out under the post. So Martin Crompton gets the game restarted with the dropout from under the post. And Ali Davis, who seems to do everything, he's very much the Peter Sterling of this side. He took the football and moved it on. Oh, forward pass there, and Dennis Dale spotted that one. So it must be up to almost time on the clock now. In fact, there goes the hooter for half-time, and that's by far the worst hooter I've ever heard, Daniel.
Yeah, and looking at the first half, Cook Islands had a 10-4 lead. But really, it's been Ireland's indiscipline that's cost them. Going into the break, probably 4-all, and they're giving away a lot of penalties. And really, Cook Islands' attack has stemmed from Ali Davis. And I think the two prop forwards, Bobby Hunter and Jason Tim, have had superb games taking the ball up, one off the ruck.
So 10 points to 4 then. So the Cook Islands with tries to Commoddy and Shepherd in the Nuvea conversion. And just to try on the 10th minute to Comerford for Ireland. Cook Islands 10, Ireland 4.
Spectators are reminded that there are refreshment stands at both ends.
So Ali Davis then looks to get the second half started with the Cooks with 10 points to 4 advantage. Dennis Hale's happy. Here we go. Ali Davis puts a long raking kick in downfield. Picked up by Gavin Gordon, the Irish fullback, and he's certainly run well this evening with the ball. Smith, the prop Smith, Brian Smith. Stepping inside, good play there. Leo Casey's had a quiet game this evening by his standards. Crompton. Man who's been really busy, put a lovely ball out there. That's great football from Ireland. Ricky Smith got to the end of that and spins out of the tackles. It's the ball away, good play. Should have given the ball inside there, should McIntaggart. A little bit of inexperience, and that's given the Cooks a chance to get back, and we're on the last tackle. But a great ball from Martin Crompton, and another long ball comes flying out there. Pitch up there by Comerford. Comerford puts a little chip in, goes forward, but not a particularly good kick that, but a great ball there from Martin Crompton to set that attack up there, Dan.
Yeah, he's going to have to get more involved in this second half if Ireland are going to get back in the game. That was a tremendous long ball out to his standoff half, then Ricky Smith joining the line. Good play from Ireland.
And a penalty conceded there by Leo Casey on the full-back Tiritoa. First half penalties were 5-4 to the Cook Islands, and the scrums 4-2 also to the South Sea Islanders. So Terrio, the left winger, just takes the drives from the tap penalty. And Ireland doing their best to slow down the Cooks now at the ruck. Bobby Hunter. Ali Davis again looks for the gap. Good tackle coming in from Seamus McCallion. And this time it's the James Cullers. Oh, lovely ball out of the tackle. Great football there. Bowen's in the line. Bowen's going himself. A lovely ball out there to Sonny Shepherd on the far side. What great football there from the Cooks. The ball spinning back again in the arms of Ali Davis. Somebody moving up quickly there. He's left a big gap. Number 12, Tamar Henry, is Ozell just short. So the Cooks now, if they move the ball along here, they must score. In fact, again, as so happened in the previous games, they took the wrong option. 4-2 overlap, they could have scored there, Dan.
Yeah, they could have scored there without doubt, and a tremendous build-up there to that set of 6 tackles. James Crothers did well. Great little dart from acting half, and then he set up a second phase attack there. And Cook Islands had a chance of scoring on that last tackle, but now it's a drop out, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens from here.
So Ireland with Martin Crompton looking to drop out. The feature of the Cook Islands players, the way they whip the ball through their hands, that hasn't affected them tonight, despite the fact that the ball must be like a bar of soap. And that's a great kick there from Martin Crompton. It'll be a head and ball to the Cook Islands, but that was a lovely kick from the drop out, straight into touch. Ball spinning on the wet, greasy surface here. Out to Ali Davis. Roveo, the loose forward, looking to step his way through the Irish defence. Leo Casey has a second bite of the cherry there. Bobby Hunter knocking men out of the way. And Dennis Hale, who had charge of the last World Cup final at Wembley between England and Australia, and also was a referee on that tremendous night at Melbourne when Great Britain defeated Australia. Good charging forward there by Jason Timu. And a long crossfield kick from Ali Davis is going to cause trouble for Ireland. Took the ball well there. Comerford and did well to stay out from the in-goal area. It was class play, Danny.
Great play from Comerford. He turned his back to defence, took a great high ball, and he managed to get in the field of play. Tremendous play from the young wingman there.
Richard Smith then trying to drive the ball away. That's a penalty, and Ireland will be glad of that for a bit of respite. So McCallion then quick tap brings Brian Smith charging forward, but not a lot of fire in Brian Smith's belly at the moment, just ambling in there. Lost the ball in the tackle. McCallion picks up. An Irishman down injured. Hopeful he'll be all right. But good defence there from the Cook Islands, forcing the ball to be spilled.
Yet again, Ireland have got to hold on to this ball for a set of 6 tackles. They are down at 10 points to 4 here, and they've got to keep going, really. And that was a shame where he lost the ball in the tackle. They've got to hold it for a set of 6. It's most important in these conditions that they hold the ball for a full set of 6 tackles, Stuart.
Yes, and get the kick in downfield and put some pressure, hopefully catch the Cooks out and making a mistake. And the Irishman, it's number 12, Tony Nuttall, who's limping away. He's not limping very far, he's limping into the pack, in fact, for this scrum. Ali Davis to feed, Cook Islands to attack. Well, the scrum there, big push from the Cook Islands. And at the bottom of the scrum is Seamus McCallion. Well, again, we haven't got the scrum sorted out, and I think that the patience will go in a moment. Dennis Hale, now the Cook Islands come on a run there. Dangerous at this part of the field. Great run there from Tiritoa. Nouveo, the loose forward. Bowen looks for runners, finds Bobby Hunter. Inside ball there was for Bowen from Ali Davis. And covers now. It's the winger Terrio away down this touchline side, but he's held him, but up to the last tackle. So Ali Davis is waiting, poised to complete this set of 6 with a high bomb. A lot of pressure again on the Irishman there, but a good take by Eugene McIntaggart. So Ireland taking the high bombs well in these conditions.
Yeah, very well indeed. And again, a great kick from Ali Davis, and a good chase. But the lad under pressure, McIntaggart, took it very well indeed.
Ireland looking to bring the ball away with Comerford, and really I think we could do with Leo Casey running, and we do get that now as Leo Casey comes. But again, I think Ireland look to be tearing at the moment, but they've done a lot of tackling. That must be taking it out of them. Good, great ball there from Crompton, bringing Richard Smith in. Up to the last tackle, and Ireland have made virtually no progress whatsoever. Crompton again puts the kick in. A mistake there from Tariu, so that was a good kick, turned into a good kick. Done.
Perfect kick. They've got their head and feet now, and hopefully from here Ireland can mount an attack in the Cook Islands half.
So Martin Crompton feeds a scrum for the Irish. It's only their third head and ball. A great running there from Ricky Smith. Crompton again, dodging, weaving, twisting, going himself. Darting run, lovely ball there. Bringing the number 6 in, Craig McCullough. And Ireland are starting to put something together. We saw glimpses of that in the first minute when they broke away. Nuttall gets the ball back inside, Brian Smith. And again, McCallion. McCallum, Crompton, Richard Smith steps inside, good dancing, darting run. And cleaned out there. That's going to be a penalty to Ireland. Above head high, I think, will be the signal. Come here. Come here, Timu, says the referee. And Ireland will have a kick at goal, and that's a sensible option to take. We're only into the 10th minute of this game, 50th minute, 10th minute of the second half, and so Ireland could reduce the arrears to 10 points to 6. Comerford just points goalwards for the benefit of the touch judges. Comerford then just lining up the kick. Starts it well, and Ireland bring the 2 points back and open the scoring in the second half.
Ireland converted by number 2, Raylan Comerford.
So that's the score now. Cook Islands 10, Ireland 6. That'll give them renewed vigour to Ireland. Crompton lets the ball hit his foot, and Ireland come away now with the number 5, McIntaggart. So at the moment the Irish using the wingers to drive the ball forward. There seems to be a lack of commitment from the prop forwards, and now we'll see Brian Smith. But that's a good tackle coming in there from Tama Henry. Leo Casey, good defence from Bobby Hunter. Last tackle coming up, the ball's in the hands of Martin Crompton, puts a long raking kick downfield. And picked up by Tirito at a full-back. In the hands of the Cook Islanders, dummy runner goes through, and then Commoddy 4 tackles gone, and Cook's almost up to halfway. Ali Davis waits to his left of the play the ball to orchestrate another move. Another good pass. In fact, that's probably the worst pass Ali Davis has put out this evening.
Yeah, without doubt. It's good to see Ireland coming more into the game in this opening minutes of this second half. They're playing well at the moment. Let's hope they can keep going from now.
So Ireland are bringing substitutions. Richard Smith's coming off, and number 8 Brian Smith. So we're down to 1 Smith on the field at the moment. And Des Foy comes on, and number 15 Conor O'Sullivan in the pack. Oh, great play there from Ali Davis to dive on that loose ball then.
Tremendous play from this live wire scrum half. Now Cook Islands are going to work on an attack.
So Ireland actually won the scrum, but lost it with some sloppy play at the base of the scrum. 2 other fullbacks rampaging forward, and the Cook Islands suddenly look really alive in this attack.
Just taking place on the Island side. Number 15, Conor O'Sullivan. Number 16, Des Foy, replacing number 3, Richard Smith. And number 8, Brian Smith.
Up to the last tackle, and it looks like Ali Davis is going off the field. Well, that'll be tragic for the Cook Islanders. Bowen puts the kick in. Can they get the try? And a drop out under the post. So Ali Davis is going off, and could be for some blood bin substitution. Referee stops the clock. He's obviously spotted some problem. Holds up the blood bin card. And the man coming onto the field immediately in the action is number 14, Matua. Cuthers finds a fullback to Toa. Good running again from Cuthers. Takes play ever more towards that danger zone for Ireland, which is the 20 metres. Bobby Hunter will drive forward. Penalty. Bobby Hunter not playing the ball properly, and that's the 4th time that Bobby Hunter's been penalised in this competition for not playing the ball properly. And Ian Proctor will be proud of the stats there. It was a problem at Castleford last Friday evening, and again at Featherstone. So Ireland then with the penalty driving forward. Ricky Smith steps out of 1 tackle, but 2 prop forwards, Hunter and Timo, bringing him down. Oh, lovely ball there. Martin Crompton on the burst. McCallum, that's good ball out. McIntaggart dumped to the floor. McCallum again, and now we're up to the last tackle. So Martin Crompton looks to be in at first receiver. He's got the football in his hands. Puts a high spinning bomb, chasing it himself. Well taken there by Toa, the fullback. Reached out and dragged the ball in. Great running there. Quick play the ball. Cook's on a roll now. Good running from Bowen. Bowen puts a chip in. And taken out there, Bowen. Oh, that's going to be a penalty there. And that could be a sin bin in there for somebody from Ireland. In fact, Dennis Hale, very lenient there. Gary Grain it was. Dan, lucky not to have been sin bin for that.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, the lad was coming through, Matawa, the substitute, and he would have got to the ball, he would have hacked it on and probably would have scored, but bad play there from Grain, and he should have been sin-binned by Dennis Hale.
Yes, the Bowen who kicked the ball through also looked to have been obstructed. Dennis Hale let Ireland get away with that one, but he couldn't ignore that disgraceful exhibition. of blatant gamesmanship. Ali Davies back on the field with his head bandaged up as Nouvelle looks to kick the penalty, which would give the Cook Islands a 6-point lead. It's the band piping out. It's a long way to Tipperary at the moment on the far side, and it's certainly a long way for Ireland if they're going to win this inaugural Emerging Nations section of the Halifax Centenary World Cup. They have a lot to do this evening. Scored the first try, but since then have not really come close. Nouvelle doesn't miss from that range, and that restores the advantage for the Cook Islanders to 12 points to 6.
Penalty goal for the Cook Islands, converted by number 13, Nouvelle.
So 62 minutes gone then. And the Cook Islands have a 12 points to 6 lead, so we're already 3/4 through this game as Martin Crompton gets the game restarted. And running out is Jason Timo. That's coming like an express train there. Bobby Hunter. Number 3, Andrew Paitai out on the far side, brought down just inside the Irish half of the field. Sonny Shepherd. Oh, great handling there from Bowen, bringing Paitai in, and Paitai throwing the ball down. Oh, picked up again by the Cooks to the last tackle. Releasing the ball, but Ireland have it anyway. And some superb football there between Bowen and Davis and Paitai. Good tackle coming in from Cuthers. Ireland quickly playing the ball. Seamus McCallion goes from acting halfback, puts a lovely ball out there to number 5, Eugene McIntaggart. Big defence though, that's great tackling from James Cuthers. Crompton hurried past there as the tackler approached him, and really Ireland not making any progress at the moment, relying virtually on the boat, and the ball spinning off of a Cook Islands man there, and it's picked up by number 5. Oh, stepped beautifully inside there, Tariu. But really at the moment, Danny, Ireland not making any progress at all in their sets of 6.
Not at all, and really, as you say, with about 20 minutes to go of the game, Ireland have got to get more involved and look for a score, because at the moment the Cook Islands are taking control, and the halfbacks, Bowen and Davis, are controlling the game in midfield.
And really Ireland, as Danny says, need to take control and really need to throw caution to the wind. They've got to move the football. They can't rely on one-man drives, because it's been fairly obvious all evening they're not going to break down the tight Cook Islanders defence, which is particularly good around the ruck area. Nouvelle now into the line and into the 10 metres. We're up to the last tackle now, 10 metres short of the line. The Cooks in the hands of Ali Davis eventually. Tries to drop goal and goes right underneath the post. Leo Casey. And again, some big defence from the Cook Islands, keeping Felin Comerford down. Penned Desfoy looks to try and spark something into the game. Crompton. Well, spins out there, and Ireland picking up eventually, and a knock on there. Dennis Hale spotted that one, and again Ireland just penned round about the same area all the time, Dan.
Yeah, and the Cook Islands are about to make a sub. Tanner Henry's going to come off. And on comes, we'll just soon tell you once he turns his back to the camera. Tini.
Tungara Tini coming in to replace Henry in the second row. Sean Cleary comes on for Gary Graney. And it's all change on the Bakerloo line. So the Cooks then. So the Cook Islands with Ali Davis feeds the scrum. Bowen, lovely long ball out there for that centre on Tuara. Offside. In fact, it's a high tackle. Nuveo will look to kick this ball out. A bad mistake there from Tini. Just not got the pace of the game, just coming on, Dan.
Yeah, and a slippy ball, not used to the slippery surface and obviously the slippy ball there. But, you know, Ireland have got a chance now to build on this scrum here and a good set of 6. And who knows, it could be well into the Cook Islands half. Mounting an attack.
Well, the scrum spinning round again there, and Ireland really have had problems with the scrummaging in the last few minutes. The last 2 or 3 scrums have spun round as the Cooks look to exert some pressure. Compton then finally gets the ball away to McAllerton. But again, the Cook Islands defence is solid. And Felling Comerford hacked down. Ireland with Leo Casey now. That's good running from Leo Casey. Broke actually broke through a tackle, which we've seen very little of tonight from the Irish. McCallion to Crompton. Long ball there. This is out McCallerton and brings on Sean Cleary. And Ireland really have to move this ball about in this set of 6 and make progress up the middle of the field. Desfoy. So the last tackle now, and the bomb will have to come up from Crompton. Crompton's in position for the bomb. In fact, he puts a chip over the top and miles offside. It's gone backwards, says the referee. Number 1, Tiritoa, lucky to get away with that. But in the circumstances, Dan, that wasn't the right kick.
Oh no, it should have gone up in the air, put pressure on the full-back. And a good chase from Ireland. It would have, who knows, maybe a score there, but bad kick from Martin Crompton at this stage of the game. It's about 10 minutes left for play then as Bobby Hunter drives forward as he's done relentlessly all evening. 13 minutes, I'm informed by the timekeeper. Tuara up to the last tackle. And the Cooks can rely on the boot of Ali Davis to get them down the field. It's a long raking kicking knock on there from Comerford. Couldn't take the slippy ball, just exactly not what Ireland wanted in that situation. More pressure on their line. They needed to be picking that ball up and bringing it back upfield. So number 7, Ali Davis. Yes, it'll be up that Ireland don't give up the ghost. I think another try would finish them off. Martin Crompton gets the ball in against the head. And good play there, but Ireland knocking on eventually. Dennis Hale's not going to allow that. And what a stupid pass there from number 12, Tony Nuttall. Could have just taken the tackle then. Yeah, so early in the tackle count. Silly play. And again, Ireland back under the same pressure.
Yes, the scrum here, and I don't think Ali Davis will be letting this ball slip from his grasps. In fact, I think before long we'll see Craig Bowen having a run. That's Bowen with the ball in his hands, looks to drop off to men coming forward. Oh, and a great tackle coming in, and it needed to be an Alan Tuara because that would have produced a try. Knocked on in the scrum, in the tackle, so we're going to have another scrum and a bit of a scrappy period entering the game now as the sides tire.
Sides are tiring, and obviously the conditions are catching up on the players at the moment. But it's a shame at the moment. Ireland have got to take control yet again. Throw caution to win. They've got to look to move the ball wide now in this last, 10 minutes left of this game, and got to look for a score. They've got to.
Good driving again from the scrum, and while they might not be getting the ball, the Cook Islands, it's certainly wasting time, and this time the ball's out of the scrum and Martin Crompton's missed it. And the Irish can't cope with the relentless pushing in the scrums from the Cook Islands. Ali Davis. Teeny driving for the line now, just 6 or 7 metres short. Davis with the ball in his hands, looks to bring on. Oh, and good defence from the line from on the Garitariu. Davis waits, poised to spin the ball along the line, puts a little grubber kick in. And somebody down injured there. Took an almighty crack. It's the Gavin Gordon, the Irish fullback. As Ireland looking to bring the ball away with Tony Nuttall.
And again, if Ali Davis would have looked to move that ball wide on that last tackle, or a 4-2 overlap, and that could have been the score that could have secured the game for the Cook Islands.
Yes, and that's been one feature of the Cook Islands playing all the games that I've seen. They've obviously, occasionally should I say, ignored the obvious option of passing the ball out wide, elected to step back inside or put the grubber kick in when just straightforward passing along the line would be the norm. But that's the way they play the game, and we've got to respect that. The South Sea Islanders love to throw the ball about. At the moment we've got a scrum because Ireland knocked on, and again in a dangerous position for them. Ali Davis loses the scrum against the head, and the scrum's becoming a joke now as Martin Crompton brings the ball away. And some big defence on the big Irish number 15, Conor O'Sullivan. Crompton again. All beautiful ball out to Desfoy. And better play from Ireland now. They've got a chance now, Ireland, to come storming back into this game. We had extra time in the New Zealand-Australia game on Sunday. Could we have extra time in this? Great tackle there from Nuttall. On Nuttall, should I say. Crompton stepping, looking for men inside. It's the number 13, Paul Owens, the captain. And now the ball's got to go up in the air. Crompton. In fact, he puts a grubber kick through and cleaned up there by the Cook Islands. In fact, I don't know what the referee's decided here. Dennis Hale has decided that it's a scrum with head and ball to the Irish. So Ali Davis knocking on as he collected the ball.
Yeah, knock on there. And Ireland have got a chance now to build. It's 12-6, and a try now will bring them right back in the game. And what a score it would be. Crompton feeds the scrum.
Crompton works the feed in the scrum. 4,147 people have turned up here tonight to watch a great encounter between the Cook Islands and Ireland. Martin Crompton then will feed the scrum. And the referees moves forward, knocking on Paul Burns, the captain, and Ireland have been forced to make Paul Owens, should I say, the captain. Ireland have been forced to make a substitution. Gavin Gordon has gone off the field injured in that skirmish at the far end of the ground as the Cooks come away with the ball once again.
Yet again, Ireland lose out at the scrum base. Disappointing performance here. Got a great chance of equalising there, and missed out yet again as Cook Islands take the ball away.
Oh, Cook Islands, great support play there, Teeny. Bobby Hunter. So it looks like the Cook Islands are not going to use all the substitutes. We're not going to see Lee Fu Jack this evening. Ali Davis then looks to put the little grubber kick in. Bowen hacks on, and that's going to be a try, is it? Yes, that's a try, and that's going to seal the game for the Cook Islands if there was any doubt, by Craig Bowen. And kicked on twice there, and just the right pace, Dan.
Yeah, a lovely little grubber kick through, put the pressure on a tired defence, and Craig Bowen hacked on and won the race to the line. A tremendous score, and I think that has sealed the game for the Cook Islands, and they'll be going home with the Emerging Nations World Cup trophy
against the United States of America. Getting into a bit of a pickle over their own line. Teeny to drive the ball backwards. Sonny Shepherd spins out of the first tackle and the second. He's had a tremendous game this evening, Sonny Shepherd. Timu battering ram. Ball run from action half-back. Bobby Hunter comes for the second time in a row. Craig Bowen running through the tiring Irish defence. Plays the ball to himself, puts the kick in, and a knock on from number 5, McIntaggart. And no need to look at Dennis Hale, because that was a clear knock on, and really Ireland just falling apart now, Dan.
Yeah, the errors, I mean, early in the tackle count yet again to Ireland's avail here. Poor errors and unforced errors, to be honest.
Good ball from Ali Davis at the scrum, brings in Sonny Shepherd, and Shepherd rampaging forward. Scrums at the moment 13-8 in favour of the Cook Islands. Bowen, quite good progress. Davis again. Bobby Hunter slipped there as he headed for the line. Seven, Ali Davis. So Cuthers, the hooker, is in for the try. No, he's not. He's held just inches short. High crossfield kick. That's a good bomb. Knock on there. On the high ball. So for the first time in the game, the rain looks to have ceased. And Ireland coming away, but good tackling coming in there from Commoddy. And again, second tackle in a row from Commoddy. Bobby Hunter comes in. McKellarton was the receiver of that tackle. Nuttall now bringing away, and Cuthers in at the tackle with Nuveo. McCallion gets the ball away and knocked on again there by number 10, Leo Casey. And it's a tired, dispirited looking Ireland side.
Tonight's Man of the Match award, chosen by members of the press, from the Cook Islands, number 7, Ali Davis.
Well, as we predicted, Daniel, Ali Davis got the man of the match, and here he is just working the feed from a scrum, bringing his standoff partner Bowen in. Great performance from the little halfback.
Yeah, tremendous. Without doubt, the man of the match tonight, and great performance from the Cook Islands. They're going to go home with the World Cup for the Emerging Nations.
Yes, and I think that if there was a man of the tournament, then I would also give that to Ali Davis. He's had a big hand in everything that the Cooks have done. Teeny just driving forward, and again, time up on my watch now, so just a couple of minutes stoppage time perhaps. Bobby Hunter, is he going to get over that line? He's driving forward, he's held up there, just inches short. Cook Islands have got a big overlap on this side of the field if they can get the ball down. Hunter again. Up to the last tackle, so will the bomb come, in fact? Oh, well, he tried to go all the way there, did Tariu, but couldn't do that. And that's the turnover, and Ireland will play the ball with Felon Comerford. But really, Ireland have been stuck in their own half of the field for the last 10 minutes with no idea or any chance whatsoever of getting out of their own quarter. McCallarton, the standoff, brings Crompton on. That's a better ball. That's good play. Ricky Smith got a good tackle coming in again from Nuveo. Oh, and Ireland throwing caution to the wind at last, but knocked on there, and frustrated there is number 17, Sean Clary. I see as the can't see as the Ucha will be long incoming. out to Nuveo. The ball up from the base of the scrum. At the moment the scrums are 14-8 to the Cook Islands as they press strongly on the line, and the penalties 7-6 in favour of the Emerald Isle. Lovely play again from Davis, and it's going to be another try, is it, to number 9, James Cuthers. So Cuthers gets the 4th try of the evening, and there goes a hooter, and the Cook Islands have won. And I think we'll have to have the goal kick. Well, that's a very unprofessional blowing of the hooter there, Daniel.
Without doubt, but let's look at this Cook Islands side, without doubt being the best team in the tournament at the Emerging Nations, and a credit to them. They've gone home with the Emerging Nations trophy, and who knows from here, the team to watch out for.
Nuveo then. Straight through the middle. $22 points to 6. And the Cook Islands down in the middle of the field in that famous circle that they have at the end of every game that they've won. Just thanking the Lord, for the religious people of South Sea Islanders, and just thanking the Lord for what they've done there tonight. Great performance. And a word about Ireland, Danny. Outclassed, I thought, a bit on the evening, but they've performed well throughout the tournament.
Yeah, throughout the tournament, they won their group and they deserve to get through to the final. But all credit to the Cook Islands. Have had a superb tournament, without doubt the best team in the Emerging Nations competition. But let's hope now the Rugby League can keep it going in all the developing areas throughout the game, and let's hope we can see some more Rugby League being played in the Emerald Isle and obviously in the Highlands of Scotland.
The two teams will be presented with the medals and the cup, and I can see Neil Tunnicliffe there from the Rugby League just trying to marshal the teams into the right order. Greg McCallum's out there as well. So great performance in the second half from the Cook Islands. Ireland actually had a penalty on the 50th minute to bring the score back to 10-6, but then a penalty from Nuveo restored Ireland to the Cook Islands to a 6-point lead, 12-6. Bowen had a try and Cuthers had a try right on the stroke of time. 22 points to 6 then. And both sides will get a tremendous rapture of applause from the big crowd here at Bury this evening. 4,147. Tremendous game. He's coming across there, he's Seamus McCallion, the former Halifax hooker. And now the Cook Islands, great performance from them. They're absolutely delighted. Marvellous from the Cook Islanders. They absolutely love the Rugby League. And Simply the Best rings out, and that's a song that's played regularly at Rugby League grounds, but it certainly are Simply the best competition, best nation in this competition. Great performance from the Cook Islands. And now it's time, I think, for the medal ceremony, is it? And a haka done at the end of the game. And superb to see the haka there performed at the end of the game. Hugs and smiles all round. And commiserations for the Irish. Didn't have a lot of luck going for them this evening, but really it was a tremendous performance by the Cook Islands. Mr. Derek Taylor, the Managing Director of Halifax Estate Agency Limited, will come along and present the Halifax Emerging Nations World Cup for 1995 to the winning captain of the Cook Islands, and that's Craig Bowen, who gets the trophy. So a big night then for all concerned here, and the Rugby League congratulated on this tournament. It's not too long ago that we were getting crowds of 4,000 for First Division matches, and the high profile that the game is attaining at the moment, very much the result of some superb rule changes in the game in the last few years, and the high profile that the Australian Rugby League have brought to the game. So Craig Bowen then goes up to receive his Halifax Centenary World Cup for the emerging nations. From the Managing Director of the Halifax Estate Agencies. Difficult to see, and gets the cup in his hands now. We'll no doubt hold that up for everyone to see, and when the photographs have been taken, great achievement from the Cook Islanders. When one considers that the Cook Islanders could have called on Tony Iro and Kevin Iro for this tournament, and just see what a great side they could have. Rapturous applause from the Gigg crowd here at Gigg Lanebury for the Cook Islanders. They raise the cup aloft. Great performance tonight from the lads, and a great performance throughout the tournament. Superb skills throughout, great handling and great football to see. Big hits in defence and superb ball skills. I mean, Ali Davis, certainly my man of the tournament. So Ireland will go up to collect their medals, and it's be a big hand for the Irish, because they've done well to get through to the final.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for tonight.
Paul Owens, the captain for Ireland, leads the team up the steps to be presented with the medals. Been a big effort from the Irish tonight, but on the day, just not quite good enough. So then we'll leave you with the news from Gigg Lanebury that in the final of the Emerging Nations section of the Halifax Centenary World Cup, the Cook Islands have taken the trophy with a 22-6 victory over Ireland in front of 4,000.